Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of New Asia Challenge. Today we have the pleasure of welcoming a good friend of mine, Linus, to join us. We actually know each other through the Singapore Student Association of Japan here. And welcome, Linus.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, I'm sure the audience would be very interested to know more about you. So could you tell us briefly about yourself?
I work at Mirai Inc. We basically disseminate Japanese culture through the brand called Culture Japan. We have a TV show, web, merchandise. Yep. So I'm the graphic designer there and take care of most of the graphics and stuff. And I also do the events organization for Culture Japan. So we go to various countries, like anime conventions. Our focus is actually a lot more on the anime, Japanese pop culture. So I go to like various countries. So far I've been to Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia. I'll be heading to LA this weekend. Yep. So yeah, we go to these conventions and we share Japanese pop culture basically.
Wow,
Yeah.
cool. And I also know that from your background that you're also the founder and admin of several J-pop artist websites, right?
Before I joined Mirai, I used to do, like on my free time, I used to create websites and basically there'll be community portals for fans of various J-pop artists. Yeah, I listen to a lot of J-pop. So just a shout out to some of the fan sites. I was an admin for UE Lovers. I started leoerie.net and Lisa Lab. So just a few J-pop artists that I worked for. Yeah, and I actually got to meet quite a few of them. Yeah, since coming here to Japan to work. Yeah.
And as you know that in Asia, J-pop was really big in the 90s.
Yeah. That was when I was like really interested in J-pop when I was in my high school, during high school. Yeah, so that's when I got really interested in J-pop. But recently, it feels like the J-pop craze is kind of like dying out and being replaced by K-pop, and that's something that I hope to change. But it looks like even my efforts through making fan sites didn't really take off, unfortunately. Yeah.
Then could you share your thoughts about why couldn't Japanese companies get a hold of their international fan base, and then why couldn't they use the emerging technologies like social media, viral marketing to actually help?
I would think that the biggest problem is because in Japan they've got very strict licensing models. So in Korea, it feels as if they're more open to sharing. Like they have lots of videos on YouTube. For example, if let's say you search for live performance of Girl Generation, you'll see live performance of Girl Generation. But if you search for live performance of Ayumi Hamasaki, for example, you would not get any videos of live performances of Ayumi Hamasaki. You would get, I don't know, like some covers, or maybe even covers get banned. I have a few friends who used to do covers, even though they use just use the backing track for the song. Their video got taken down as well.
Wow.
So that's I think in today's day and age, when everybody is online basically, that's where everybody gets information and they get entertainment on YouTube and stuff like that. And the fact that Japan is just taking down all the videos that fan made or not makes the information so much more difficult to access. So when it's so difficult to access, then people just don't bother about it anymore after a while. Yeah.
So what do you think that the Japanese companies, the media companies should actually do to actually tackle this main issue and trying to get its fan base back?
I can see where they're coming from. I guess it's the licensing model that's helped them remain ahead of their competition basically. I mean, Japan is still the largest or second largest music industry, but I think they should definitely gradually at least make use of fan contributions, because one thing I noticed is that it seems very expensive to get stuff translated in Japan. So the reason why it takes so long for content to get out into the world is because they need to spend lots of time and money to get it translated. But the fact is that lots of fans are doing it for free already. So if the Japanese companies, they can, like entertainment companies, if they can work with the fans and just you make use of their translations, work with them, and you get the translations at much quicker rate because there's a lot of passion involved. Yeah, and when the fans upload this material, then I don't know, some sort of deal can be struck with them such that like there's a win-win situation going on. Yeah, and the rest of the world can get the content quicker, and the fans have more incentive to help the companies, and companies don't lose out on their profits. Yeah.
Then how about taking a step back? How about for other Asian companies? Like, how should they engage these Japanese companies?
At this moment, I think the first step still lies with the Japanese companies, because if the Japanese companies are not willing to work with the rest of the world, then it's difficult for I think it's difficult for the Asian companies to work with them as well. Yeah, but I think definitely there's a change going on. I think recently with the founding of like different like the government has come out with this cool Japan thing, and what was there? The METI Creative Industries. Yeah, there's that thing.
The project with
my boss.
Danny,
my boss is actually one of the board
Danny
members. So I think there's definitely progress. So I think definitely the government is guiding the industry in the right direction. Like in being more open to collaborations and stuff like that. Yeah. I also get the feeling that lots of Japanese companies are quite afraid of like other countries because they think that there's like corruption going on and yeah. But I think there are definitely like legit companies out there. Okay. Yeah. So although you do need some sort of like consultancy so to like, make the right choice sometimes.
And then that's why companies like Culture Japan, Mirai actually came out like.
Yeah, at first we started as a consultancy company. Yeah, and we've actually before I joined, I actually felt that a lot of my content was coming from my company's website, even before I joined. So I was an avid reader of the blog of my boss's Danny Chu's blog, and a lot of my friends were actually. So it did influence my country quite a bit. So I think when people are like this sharing information like that, that's where you get people excited about the content. Yeah, and that's how you grab the market back basically. Yeah.
Well, do you have any last words or comments to our viewers out there?
I think I'm not sure. I'm just like covered everything.
Yeah, but then like, what sort of role do you see yourself playing?
Well, hopefully, because I'm trying to like refine and master my Japanese right now. So hopefully, eventually, I can take over a role where I do more communications between Japanese companies and the rest of the world. Because right now we have quite a few clients. So most of the big players in the anime industry actually go through us to reach the rest of the world, basically. So we do content translation. We make their websites. We advertise their products, stuff like that. So even our TV shows, a lot of them are sponsors. Good Smile Company, Bushiroad, big names in anime industry. So they go through us, and we share the information to the world. But right now, because my Japanese is not like up to par yet, not business level Japanese yet, so I can't really do the direct communications. But I hope to fill those shoes in future.
Yeah, you see yourself as like the bridge between the Japanese companies wanting to enter the Asian markets. Yeah.
I think mainly is because I have a very strong passion for Japanese culture. Like ever since young, I love everything about Japan basically. I love like how polite they are, and like how creative they are, and the technology, and it's just really cool. So I want to be able to, when you really like something, you want to share it with everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my dream. Yeah. But before that can be achieved, I think like the companies have to let us share it, because right now we share it and then they take it down. We share it and they take it down. So I feel sometimes they're biting themselves in the foot sometimes. Yeah.
Yes. And well, it's really interesting that you are now the creative director of Culture Japan, Mirai Inc., and you're also the founder and admin of several J-pop artist fan sites. And I know that you are actually a new undergraduate at Waseda University.
Yep.
So I'm actually wondering, like, why are you so passionate about the country, about Japan? What does Japan actually mean to you and your future?
Actually, I'm not so sure if I can like grasp it in words. Honestly speaking, I think I feel some sort of connection to the country, basically. Yeah. Ever since I was young, I think it's because a lot of the content that I watched or listened to came from Japan. So I watched a lot of shows from Japan. I listened to a lot of music from Japan, and it because you're just so surrounded by this environment. It almost feels like home. I remember the first day I arrived in Tokyo. I was actually taken aback at how at home I felt. It was the first time I was in Tokyo, but I didn't feel like it was I didn't feel like it was a foreign land. I felt like I was at home. So, and when I went back again to Singapore, sometimes it makes me feel like I'm not at home. So it's well, my house at home, like in my room is still home, but like the rest of the place, it doesn't feel as much as home as like when I'm walking on the streets of Tokyo. Yeah. So I think definitely I see myself being a part of this society, playing a role in this society for a very extended future, as long as I can, basically. And yeah, I hope to be able to just continue sharing the culture that made me who I am today, and maybe bring more people to see how great this place is. Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much for your views. And with that, folks, that comes to the end of this session of New Asia Challenge, and I hope to see everybody soon. Bye.